It's no surprise after the past 2 seasons that Nick Foles has become a hero in the city of brotherly love. Does that mean they're ready to move on from Carson Wentz?
Jets, 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 Jets!
The Eagles find themselves in a very interesting situation where they could be trading away their star quarterback Carson Wentz. Why would they look to do this? Well, when you look at the quarterback stats, they're eerily similar. They're within a few points both in yards, interceptions, touchdowns, completion percentage, and games played. The biggest difference with them is age. Carson Wentz just turned 26, while Nick Foles is going to be 30 at the start of next season. 4 years sounds like a big deal, but in the NFL, in terms of quarterback play, that's really not. With the way the rules have changed, quarterbacks are playing later and later. You're looking 36, 37, 38, or even Brady 40 years old in terms of quarterback shelf life. Now, due to Carson Wentz's play style, where he runs around a little bit more than Nick Foles, he's opened his body up to take more hits. It begs the question, is that type of play sustainable? Now, cap-wise, how does this affect the team? Well, Nick Foles has an opt-out clause at the end of this season. Carson Wentz, on the other hand, has 2 more years remaining on his rookie deal. Next year is going to be about $8 million, while his 5th-year option is going to be about $21 million. So if there was ever a time to trade Carson Wentz, it would be now while he's still on that cheap deal. Now, why would the Eagles do that while they still have that cheap year option for him? Well, obviously, the injuries have been a factor. You're worried about his health long term. Is he injury prone? The other thing that I find interesting is Nick Foles is a free agent, so he can leave. He could go to the Redskins or the Giants in division, and now you have to face him 2 times a year, which, maybe outside of the Eagles, that's a good thing in terms of his play. But with Carson Wentz, since you own his contract rights for the next 2 years, you could trade him out of conference. Now, maybe you look at their cap situation and you see, hey, the Eagles are $12 million over the cap. They're going to have to make a ton of cuts anyway. They can't afford to pay Nick Foles. Well, with the amount of cuts they're going to have to make, they're going to need young talent to come in and play on cheap rookie deals. So maybe trading Carson Wentz for 2 first-round picks, maybe more, whatever that is, could be the option they go. There's teams in the AFC, like the Broncos, like the Bengals, like the Dolphins, that are owning top 15 picks that could trade away their first-rounder to get a snag or get a shot at Carson Wentz. I think that's very interesting, especially for the New York Jets. Why I find that interesting. Obviously, the Jets own the 3rd pick in the draft. I would like to see them trade down with a team that needs a quarterback. That way we can recoup some of the draft picks that we lost when we traded up for Sam. I think with Foles potentially getting traded somewhere or Carson being traded somewhere or whatever, these 2 quarterbacks, one of them is going to be on a different team next year. And that's going to affect who is going to be more likely to trade up in the draft with the Jets. So while it doesn't affect us on a player-by-player basis, it's an interesting thing to think about. So what do you guys think? Do the Eagles trade away their star quarterback, Carson Wentz, or do they let Nick Foles walk to a potential division rival? Let me know down below what you think. As always, guys, go Jets.
Jets!